This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com. AFTV, Chris, what can I say? 4-0. You know, at half time you're thinking to yourself, you know what, the team's showing a lot of fight. We were kind of hanging on a bit, you know, to be fair. Ramsdale had made a load of good saves, but then in the second half we kind of capitulated a bit. Lots of mistakes all around, and you kind of come away from that game with the same feeling. I mean, we were on a great run. This was the big test today. What can we do against one of the elite teams? We failed it.
Yeah, it's quite, talk about bringing you back to earth, Rob. But I mean, I personally, I haven't been getting carried away with our fantastic run. But so we've played Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool, and we haven't scored any goals in 11. So that tells you how far we're so behind the top three. But I'm not saying this after the event either. I'm a bit annoyed with the selection today. You know, Partey wasn't fit. It's obvious to anyone who watched that game. And I think he shouldn't have left Maitland-Niles out. And personally, I would have gone with Tierney because of his experience. But I'm not the manager. He's paid to make those decisions. And also, I know a lot of people enjoy that. You know, the flare up with Klopp. I'd love to see passion. No, not a man who's shown a bit of passion for his football team. But on the other end, I wonder if that was a bit counterproductive.
It kind of. You know what? I was glad to see it because I want to see I want to see my manager when he go away from home stick up for his team. But it's kind of almost like it got Liverpool extra pumped, and then after that they completely dominated the game, and we just weren't in it, were we? After that. And
also, I mean, up front, Rob, we were so anemic. Yeah, and I know we didn't create anything, but it highlights once again how desperate we need to strengthen up front. You know, whether you like Lacazette, whether you like Aubameyang, to me, I think that's the elephant in the room for me. I think we need possibly to replace both of them, but obviously we're not going to do that. We need a striker, a la Giroud or Alan Smith, who we can aim for, who can hold the ball up. And so the midfield can join in. We've got no outlet. But that's not Aubameyang's game, is it? So, do you understand? We desperately need a striker. I thought we was anemic up front.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's a typical after international fortnight performance I've seen from Arsenal there. I've seen a lot of them. Because they're away from London Colney, they're away from Arteta. They're playing with England, they come back, they think, you know, we've made it. And I was a bit disappointed with some of our international stars' performances out there.
Yeah, some of the players that have been playing so well for us were a bit anonymous, isn't it? Emil Smith-Rowe was really quiet today. Saka was quiet, but in the middle of the park, we just didn't seem to create enough for them.
I thought we was awful in the middle of the park. And perhaps Odegaard, I think we might have to start bringing him back in the midfield. The thing out of this performance, it'll bring people back to earth, Rob. You know, it's not. Everyone was getting a little bit carried away. A lot of lovely articles in the media. Can Arsenal come top four? But this is a right back to earth. We're a long way off, and he's going to have to dust himself down. And I want to see Tierney back in the team, and I want to see Odegaard back in the team on the short term. But in January, I want to see a forward who can head the ball and lead the line.
Do we have to just look on this, right, and just say to ourselves, because I noticed obviously I was watching the studio today with you, and I noticed in the chat, I didn't see like in previous times, you know, Arteta out, get rid of. I didn't see none of that today, right? What I saw in there is almost like people saying, well, listen, we've been on a great run, but we've realised now how far we are behind. Is this a sort of go back to the training ground, dust yourself down, start working on things and saying, right, Newcastle next week, winnable. Everton away, winnable. Tough, but winnable. Man United away, tough, but winnable as well. Do we have to look at those games and say those are, you know, we've now been to, you know, you could look on it like this, Chris. We've now been to Liverpool away.
Yeah.
We've been to City away.
That's right.
Right? So, you know.
Yeah, good point, Rob. We just have to start again. You know, we can't let one defeat sort of affect us that bad. I think everyone has to have a look at themselves, including the manager. I think he got it wrong today. But isn't that Arteta out? That's stupid. Because it doesn't matter if he was to lose the next 2 or 3 games, he wouldn't be Arteta out anyway. So, you know what I mean? Life ain't like that. It's not, we just got to get behind them and hope for they recover. But it puts pressure. You don't want to muck up against Newcastle at home next week. Because after that, you're going to Everton and Man United. Then after that, you got West Ham coming up. You know what I mean? Every game is a battle in this league, Rob. You can't take anything for granted, mate.